We are outside today because James and I are going to be running the sawmill. It's a little chilly, it's about 28 degrees, but we're thankful for that because that means that the ground is frozen and we can get the tractor out. When it's 40 degrees out and it's muddy, those tractors just destroy our land. So anyway, I'm here in front of the sawmill. We're going to get it out and get it ready because we need to cut up some nice quality thick lumber for the back of our truck. We've been rebuilding that 1989 Chevy Cheyenne and we're going to use some of this lumber for that. Let's do it. James is here, so now we're going to get it leveled so we're good to go. We got a lot of logs here that we cut down earlier in the year, and we're just now getting around to pulling them out to cut them up. So now James is leveling out the trailer with this Dovo laser level. We really like this thing. It's so nice to use on the sawmill because it beeps when it's level, when you're in the right spot. So then he just uses these hand cranks to adjust it up or down on those jacks and gets it level, because where we live with the ground freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing, this will never be level 2 times in a row. So we have to re-level it every time. I'll put a link in the description to this Dovo product in case you want one. It's worth every penny.
All right, let's start it up, see if it'll start in the cold. Let that get warmed up.
Now, if one side of your log is thinner than the other, we just use little scrap pieces of wood, kind of like shims, to get underneath that log to level it out so it cuts nice and straight. It's a good thing my man's got big muscles, because I could never even attempt to move a log that size. Good job, babe.
Take about another inch off of that.
Scrap pile. It was too big and it was getting in the way of that. Much better. Now some of this we will use just for firewood, but some of it is actually still good lumber that we'll be able to use just for other stuff. So once he dumps it, we pick through it, and anything that we can use, we put to the side and put it in the barn to dry out. And anything that's scrap, we just leave outside to burn. Oh, that's awesome.
I think I'm going to cut these down to 1.5 inches, a thin 1.5 inches, you know, maybe just shy of that. That'll be plenty strong enough to hold any kind of gravel inside that dump bed, at least for what the dump bed can handle. So should be no problem. This one log got the two sides cut on the flatbed. We got the front, and then all we need is a tailgate, but we got enough lumber in the barn. I think we can piece some together. We shouldn't have to ut up another log right now. So that should take care of everything. We need to go ahead and get it in the shop, start getting the ends painted, get these cut down the size, and maybe we'll put this together on the flatbed today.
Awesome. Here we go. This is all the lumber we got here. Really, really nice 1.5 inch thick red oak boards. This is going to be some nice stuff. And of course, there's still one here we got to get down. Let's get it in the shop. Okay, so we got all the lumber in, and I'm going to have James explain what we're going to do with that on the truck.
So these slots right here, it can accept wood, where you can build yourself some sides, temporary sides, so you can pull these in and out. We like the fact that it's a flatbed, but I want to go ahead and get this stuff built so it has time to dry. And just in case we do need a load of gravel or something, we can have the sides ready and available. So as you can see, these aren't perfectly square. So I think what I'm going to do is pull out the table saw and get these angles down on a couple. And those are the first things that we got to cut out, is those. Once we get those cut out, I want to stick them into place, measure, cut some boards to length, stab them into place. It'll be that easy, and then we'll coat them with oil afterwards. Okay, so you can see right here, we're putting an angle on each one of these boards. These are going to be the supports that sit in these little holes right here. So that'll be in there. Those go down in there 6 inches, so that's plenty. And I'm trying to make them a little tighter than that even, but you don't want them too tight because it'll be hard just to take these things in and out, and you don't want that. These are, purpose of this is to be able to remove them. So this is all considered wet lumber, so my little circular saw does have a little trouble, but you can see we got an angle on there. That's going to be 22.5 degrees. And essentially, I'm just going to cut an angle on each side, and it should fit. So let's try it. This one's pretty fat. Let's go see if it fits. Because these are rough cut, some of these aren't exactly 1.5 inches. So, but, ooh, that's a good fit there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's a good one. So,
Nice.
that's it.
We got them all on, and it looks awesome. So now James is just taking his measurements so we can cut the horizontal boards for the sides. And this man is precise when he works. Me, I'd have just thrown this on there and guessed, but you know, he's a perfectionist. Perfect. While he's over there cutting the next board, I've got our anchor seal out, and I'm just painting this waxy stuff onto that. It just helps keep the board from cracking as it dries.
Quitting time for lunch, so we're going to head back to the house. This is what we got so far.
Lunch is over, and we're back at it. Board is in. He went ahead and put in the first 2 screws because I was over there cutting some wood, and so now I'm gonna go through and put in the rest.
Can you knock that in?
Yeah, that looks great. Okay, woo! That looks awesome. This is gonna be great. We're gonna use this a lot.
All right, look what we got here. Everything's done, and this is stout. I mean, oak is so strong, it's unbelievable.
It didn't move at all.
This will be able to withstand anything that we put in the back of this truck. So the truck can only handle probably 5,000 pounds at the most, maybe 6. So, you know, this will be able to handle all that. Right now we have temporary screws here at the end while everything starts to dry in place. I do have clamps coming in the mail, and it'll be able to clamp these sides together. So, but once this starts to dry, we'll pull these screws out and we'll start coating everything down in oil. And then this will be ready to go. As this dries, things will loosen up, which is what we want. It's almost too tight as it is. And then once it loosens up, we'll be able to take these sides off. But right now, I would really struggle getting these sides out of here just because of how tight everything fit, which is a good thing. So once this loosens up, we'll pull everything out and then we can use it as a flatbed, dump bed, whatever we need. So there we go.
What a dream. It's perfect. All right, that's a wrap for today.
Okay, it's been about a few weeks, maybe about a month, and we let the wood dry out, so we went ahead and stained it. And you can see here it's already dried. It's got some separation here, which is no big deal. It adds some character to the truck. And it turned out really nice. It's going to be water repellent just based off of the oil that's soaked into this wood, and when it soaks in there nice and deep. So that's going to be really nice. We also got these clamps, so these sides you can take off, and it holds these sides in here real nicely. And on the back side, it also locks in. So this one I need to tighten up just a little bit.
These are really nice. I like these. We'll put the link to these in the description below. We got them off Amazon.
So we got some on the back here. We have the back side, the tailgate off. It's sitting right there at the moment. And we were just loading up some lime and some fertilizer here. But a perfect farm truck. This is great. We're going to be hauling some manure with it soon. We've already hauled some scrap steel with it, and it's really nice.
Anyway, that's it. It turned out absolutely amazing. I love this, and I love that all of this is removable. So it's just so nice and it's easy to do. This turned out perfect. He, per usual, did an outstanding job.